Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is Societal Narcissism. This video is a sponsored video, sponsored by Blue Columbine for Tia. And here is Tia's story. Hi, Ollie. I just wanted to share my story in hopes that it might help some victims who may not get as much recognition. I was adopted by my narcissistic abusers, and through the years have had issues finding stories of victims who were adopted. I do have a bunch of them on my channel. I do have quite a few stories on here from adopted people. Typically, typically, what I find when narcissists adopt, they adopt children and treat them like they would treat a dog. Treat the children like they're pets. They want to show them off, but then they don't want to raise them. I feel like a lot of us who are adopted by these monsters have an extra layer of guilt added on us, as we are told constantly that we should be grateful that they chose us. This is my story. Right. Like they choose a dog in a shelter. This has been the theme of the adopted people who are on my channel. They have been raised as if they were an adopted pet out of a shelter. I was adopted by my great aunt at 4 years old, but I had been in her foster care since I was 18 months. My great aunt had 3 biological daughters, all in their teen years when she got me. My adoptive father had 2 teenage boys from previous relationships. My birth mother was addicted to drugs, and I was born severely premature. Both my adoptive narcs were boomers. Up until I was 6 years old, I think I may have been the golden child, but I don't have a lot of memories of that time period other than my adoptive siblings hating me. I was left alone with them constantly as my narc abusers went out drinking and gambling on the weekends with their friends. And that's how the boomers would. The boomers would leave you with your siblings while they go out and drink and party. You were the golden child because you were still a puppy to them. You were still cute and able to be showed off and much more easily controlled. The narc's aunt's daughters would take me and my foster brother, who only lived with us for a few years and was a year younger than me, into one of the bedrooms when we got into trouble and shut the light off. They would make us stand in the dark in the corner for hours. When I was a teen, one of my sisters used to laugh about giving us alcohol to make us go to sleep and thought it was hilarious that we got horribly sick from it. I don't remember being abused by my aunt at this point, but I do remember her trying to get brownie points constantly from other people for adopting me. Anytime she would introduce me to a stranger, she would say, "We adopted her." Right after, she loved the attention she received from adopting me and fostering other kids. At 6 years old, the middle sister, also a narc, wound up pregnant and didn't know who the father was. She ended up having my narc adoptive mom aunt's first grandson. We'll call him Andrew. Overnight, I ceased to exist. I became the black sheep and couldn't do anything right by them. Andrew's mother left him with my adopted parents to raise, and my narc mom always had wanted a son. This is when my nightmare started. Right. She got a new puppy. She had a new puppy to adopt, so therefore the other ones, you be damned. I can't remember a time when I wasn't physically or emotionally abused by them. The year after Andrew was born, my narc mom took me to a psychiatrist who diagnosed me with ADHD, and she started putting me on medications. Anytime she disagreed with a shrink, she'd find another one and switch medications. I remember one time my narc mom came home from a night at the bar when I was in 3rd grade. I told her that drinking and driving was wrong and she could end up in jail, to which she responded, "You're just a kid. You think anyone would believe you over me?" That is such a boomer response. That is such a boomer response. Don't get in the way of their partying. Do not get in the way of the boomers partying. There were so many instances of neglect growing up with them. For instance, I got tonsillitis once a year from around 5 years old to about 15. My throat would be so swollen and painful that I could barely swallow or any foods or liquids. I would just lie in pain while my narc parents screamed that I was faking it. I had the same problem. Had tonsillitis. I still get it. Still get it because I still have my tonsils. And as you can hear, like why my voice always sounds raspy now, is because I still have my tonsils, and it did damage, because constant tonsillitis eventually did damage to my vocal cords, and that's why I have a hard time talking for long periods of time. I wasn't allowed to learn how to cook, drive, or even do laundry because narc mom wanted me to be completely dependent on her. My nephew, however, could do no wrong and was given anything he ever wanted. My narc dad would constantly make fun of my naturally curly hair, calling it a mop or a rat's nest, and not a day went by where both my parents didn't call me ugly or a reject. Narc mom loved telling me that if I had been left with my actual mother, I would have been dead in a ditch somewhere, so I should always be grateful for them saving me. Kind of like with a dog, if I didn't adopt you, they would have put you down. Like, again, your story is very similar to every other adopted person's story on my channel. There are other adoptive people. Just go into my videos and search adoption or adoptive, and you're going to find the videos. The teenage years were the worst. My narc mom couldn't go anywhere without tight clothing, cleavage showing, and embarrassing herself by always hitting on any man she saw. She would even hit on my boyfriends in high school while she was in her 50s. Yet, when she found out that I learned how to shave my legs at 15, she called me a slut. I tried for a while to keep in contact with them after I moved out because narc mom had beat it into my head that I had no one but her. I tried talking to other people in the family, even some distant relatives who only saw us on holidays, and they had all been brainwashed that I was crazy and untrustworthy. Each one of them said that I should just be grateful that my narc parents cared enough to adopt me. Most of them said that because I was given vacations or material things, that I was just spoiled and ungrateful. And there you go. The vacations, the material things. That goes again to my broken plate theory. It doesn't matter if you got all the greatest things in the world. If you take a plate and smash it on the ground and then glue it back together, that plate is never going to be the same. And you could take your greatest food, your most favorite meal, and serve it on a broken plate, and it is going to ruin that food because you're going to be eating shards of glass or porcelain or whatever, ceramic, whatever it's made out of. They're talking about good dreams served on a broken plate. Doesn't matter because they've already broken you years and years ago. I guess the idea that you should be grateful that your adoptive parent rescued you like a dog from the pound is just disgusting, but I guess we're just damaged goods to them. Tia, you got it. See, you got it. And that is exactly the analogy I have been making on this channel about adoptive children with narcissistic parents. They see you no differently than a dog in the pound, and they expect you to be just as obedient. So you got it exactly right. And that is exactly what I have talked about on this channel for years. Look up the videos. I mean, they're there. There's plenty of them. Not like a wealth of them, but there's enough. I have enough adoptive children of narcissists on this channel. I've done several videos of them, and it is the same analogy. They all adopt you like they've chosen a dog out of the pound. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much for your story, Tia. Thank you to Blue Columbine for sponsoring. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with either the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, and email links in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. Also, be sure to subscribe to both my Rumble channels. Follow me on Twitter and Telegram as well. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Societal Narcissism. Take care, everyone.